What's happening, people? You are now locked into the 4th episode of the Say It With Chest podcast. I've got some very special guests in the building today. I think we should just kick it off and we should just go straight into it. So I'm going to introduce everyone. On the left, we got my boy Logic. What are we saying?
Hey, finally, I'm on a podcast. Hey, mum. Hey.
Ain't gonna lie, you're not the important guy here. The important guy's in the middle, innit?
Ironic, don't do it.
We got Mr. DJ Ironik.
Yes,
in the
legend
middle.
in the game.
Legend.
Yes,
And we got my boy, the host with the most.
Jeez.
We got Walshy the DJ. What are we saying, lads?
Yes, I appreciate you having me. First of all, man, trust me.
Thanks for coming on, man. I'm sure you could have been anywhere, but you decided to be with us today.
Now, do you know what it is? I've seen a few clips. I've seen Walshy post a few.
Yeah.
I just thought I like a chat, innit? I like a
he does
talk
for
with
real.
other DJs. I just like talking music. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
It's just my kind of thing. So yeah,
It's good that you're coming on because I guess a lot of people who are watching this are going to be Channel U fans. They're going to really want to know what you've been up to. Like a lot of people might not even heard you're still doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
facts.
it's going to be
insightful. Be insightful. trust me.
Yeah. So what's Ironic up to in 2021?
In 2020, boy, I'm in lockdown. You know.
Yeah. Swear
in
down.
2021, I'm in lockdown. Nah. To be fair, if I'm being honest, the lockdown has actually sparked just this new energy in me. The start of lockdown, I actually had my 3rd album finished and ready. But I've kind of pushed that to the side just a tiny bit because I just feel like we're in a weird space with music.
Yeah.
Where I don't feel like people are consuming it how I think they would normally consume music. So I just kind of pushed that to the side a tiny bit. Then I started a new range of sunglasses during lockdown, which are called Icon by Ironik, which I'm wearing now.
Sick.
That's
makes
it then.
sense.
We love to see
that
it.
makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of people say that the minute I say I got sunglasses, everyone's like, "Wow, why
does
didn't you
though.
do that from early?"
It does.
You was wearing sunglasses quite a lot on Channel U videos and that, innit? That was your thing. That was
In
your
most of
thing.
my
Yeah.
videos,
Okay.
And I don't even know how that started. Everyone asks me how that started. I don't know. I think my first video was so nice. I had sunglasses on and it was a sunny day and I just ran with that. I thought, you know what? I look like a star. I'm going to run with that. And it was different. Like no one else was just wearing sunglasses all the time. So I thought, yeah. But so I done that. That kind of sparked in lockdown. And then I started my YouTube reactions, which kind of has been going well as well, just reacting to some of the latest music. That's another thing I didn't think would work, but people are like appreciating what I got to say about some of the new talent. And then, still working on more music, man. I just put out a little freestyle called Don't Know I Care, sorry. And it's been doing numbers. And yeah, man, just, you know what it is? Just trying to stay creative during this time because it's such a hard
100.
time.
It is
to
definitely a
have
hard
that
time.
mentality. Like, it's so easy for me to say, you know what, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Let me just give up because it's long right now. But I thought, you know what, let me try different things, see what works for me, still do the music and just kind of run with it. But yeah, apart from that pre-lockdown, I've just been, working, putting out music here and there. You'll know I'm always sending you the rhythms, bro.
Do you know what? That's one thing I like to say about Ironic, man. And one thing I actually wanted to ask him and see what his thought was. Because when it comes to dub plates and stuff, you know, you get artists that, you know, want to charge for studio time and stuff. But with my man, they're always in my inbox. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
It's never been an issue. And
You're on my high up list that I do some of the first dubs for.
That's
bro.
it.
Do you know what it is? Maybe it's because I'm a DJ as well. I appreciate
You get it,
receiving that.
Yeah.
But also I just know that, I know as a DJ, once you got your name on the song, you're going to want to play that out or play this rhythm when you're hearing your name in the song. But also, like, I show love back to the people that, like, support my songs. So as soon as I make a rhythm, if it suits a dub plate, I'll think, you know what, let me do some DJs, some dubs, because they've been supporting me. Let me show the love back. So, yeah, man.
that's the thought process, though, man. It works hand in hand, doesn't it? You want to get
100.
your music out there,
Yeah.
and you want to gas up and coming DJs, maybe, or DJs on the radio. It's the right way to go about it, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Afro B said something similar as well.
He's another one. He does a lot of dub plates for a lot of DJs that I know. Look, if you're an artist and you're trying to charge mad amounts like for a DJ to support your thing, it's a bit mad. Because at the end of the day, if it weren't for the DJs, a lot of people's songs wouldn't be popping out there. You know what I'm saying? So
just a question, as you are a DJ as well, right? If there was a dub plate that you would pay for out there
You know who it's
from
gonna
someone, who's it going to be from, bro?
it's got to be Drake.
Right, that would be hard.
I don't know what song, but yeah, it's got to be Drake. He's the biggest artist in the world, bro.
What about UK? Anyone in the UK?
UK dub plate. Ooh, that's a good one. Do you know what? Someone like Jay Huss.
Yeah,
That would be cold.
Like,
yeah.
I'm just thinking of artists that I play a lot, like frequently in the clubs. Jay Huss is probably one of the main artists that I would want to dub that just goes off. You know what I'm saying?
I've got to say gigs. I've got to say
You'd go
gigs, man.
Gigs. Oh, you want talking the hardest,
innit?
innit?
Too greasy with it.
You know
bro.
what? That was one of the first dubs I ever got. From
Jeez, like this guy's showing off.
No, but like I would have thought of it, but like I remember meeting Gigs when I was about 16. I met him and I was like, bro, I need a dub of Talking the Hardest. I'm a young DJ, 16, 17, maybe a bit older. But he was like, yeah, come next week. I'll link you in Wood Green. I'll give you the dub plate. I linked him, bro, and he kept his word. He had it on CD, everything.
Mad.
That was bad, bro.
Wow.
That has got to be the ultimate dub plate in the
Yeah,
UK.
it
I
would be-
think.
it
I
would
don't
be a
think
cold
nothing
one.
can be touched about it if I'm honest, because it's such a timeless track as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even look what the cat dragged in like that.
You can still play those, and they're going off
Yeah.
they
Nah, it's
they
mad.
dropped yesterday.
It's
They even
mad.
do
Bro.
it back to
Yeah.
back with Monster Man as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ooh, what about a dub of KMT though, Drake and Gigs?
yeah, that'd
yeah,
be cold.
Yeah.
I remember when that KMT when that came out, bro. You could just
Shellers.
yeah,
Couldn't
it was
stop
dumb.
it.
Who would you get on your dub plate?
Bruv, I don't even know. Jay Huss is a name that comes to mind.
Innit?
First of all.
Yeah.
Jay Huss.
Powerful, man.
That's all I can think of at the moment, man.
Yeah, who else is there? Like UK wise that we play bangers of. Like Fredo would be good, but
Maybe like a Dave.
what song though? Because it has to be a specific
Yeah, I know what you
song.
mean. Yeah, it has to be like yeah, I know what you're saying. Oh, it's a
saying?
difficult one, you know.
I wouldn't mind one from Nines, you know.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Nines,
yeah,
Nines
yeah.
has that voice,
Nines,
like
yeah.
Nino with the Nino.
30 still.
You know who else does sick dubs? Deneo. Like he's sick with the
I
dub.
got a
plates.
dub.
Oh, you
I got
actually
a dub
got
from
one.
him still. Yeah,
Shut
come
up,
on,
yeah.
Jay.
You
You know, just
man.
stunting, innit? I'm just sitting here with no
Alright,
dubs.
forget
like-
about these, man. Let's talk about our dubs. Let's go.
No, bro.
Help me out, man. Help me out. I'll just talk to you later.
Nah, I back that still. He does some 30 dubs.
Is it?
30 dubs, man.
He comes from like the original style, so he knows how to actually put the DJ's name in certain ways. That's another thing. A lot of artists don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
They just say at the start, "Yo, DJ Walshy, play my rhythm," and then done. Let the song like. But he knows how to put your name in the. It's the Walshy.
Yeah, there's a
You know what I'm saying?
bit. There's a bit of spice to it.
There's
You know what I'm
harmony.
saying? Yeah, there's a bit of spice to it.
It's mad.
Just going off the back of Deneo though, like how do you feel like you've transitioned from being from that Channel U era to like, you know, still DJing, you know, doing some stuff for the Brit Award after party stuff that you do as well, you know, still making music currently. Like how do you feel like you've transitioned? What did you change? Did you have to like change your image in a sense? Did you have to do anything?
That's one thing I always struggled with, if I'm honest, changing my image.
Yeah.
Because my image is so, I don't know how to explain it. Like people know the ironic look when they see me, the sunglasses.
Yeah.
They know you are as soon as you walk through
The red leather jacket.
Yeah.
The bright color stuff. So that was always a struggle for me to rebrand myself. But I had to think of ways where I can come out and just kind of wiggle my way through. So probably like 2017, I was thinking, or 2016, I was thinking, how am I going to drop this next album? I got my second album. It's been about 7 years. How am I going to do it? And if I'm honest, I went back to listen to my first album and I realized it was nothing but like, I love them songs, but it was like slow music, if I'm honest, like Stay With Me, So Nice. It was a lot of love songs that people can't play in the clubs.
Yeah.
Even myself as a DJ, I couldn't play a lot of them in the club. So I thought, you know what? Let me get with a few producers that I know, AO Beats and a few others, and make some club bangers, because that could be a different angle that I haven't attacked it.
100.
And I did that, and then the song started going off, man. We got playlisted on a few stations. The second album done about 2 million streams now. And I think that was just due to me switching it up and coming with something different.
100, yeah, man.
I think that's very important. If you're an artist, you know, you're gonna have to switch it up every time. You can't come with the same formula. I get people saying to me now, still, yo, we want another Stay With Me. I'm like, I can't do that for you, because
Not now, innit?
yeah, and people are gonna get bored of me, or I'm gonna be staying in the same position that I'm in. Yeah.
Why did you take a break? You said that you didn't make music for like 7 years. Why did you take a break? What was the reason for
So I had a break from I had a few hits up until like 2011.
Yeah.
Then I had an incident. I speak about it in like loads of interviews and that, so I don't like to get into it too much. But I had a little incident.
Yeah.
A little robbery outside my house. It was in the papers and that. So I actually moved out of London.
Yeah.
Just to clear my head, and that kind of threw me off, if I'm honest, bro.
Yeah.
Like that threw me off doing music, because that isn't why I got into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know me, I'm just a man that loves music. I'm just a fan of the culture. So for me, it was like, this isn't why I do it. Like, why am I even doing this? So I just lost my mind for a bit, if I'm honest. Like, I had to just recharge and kind of, I guess, just deal with life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say, yo, you fell off, or like, why did you have a break? But man, has to actually just deal with life as well. Like, I had fame from when I was 19 up until that point for like 5 years. So I was like, this is all a bit too much, if I'm honest. So for me, it was an important part of my life and an important break. And you know, it was a bit of a hit career wise because people thought, you know what I'm saying, he's gone quiet. Where's he at?
Yeah.
But it was needed, you know what I'm saying? And then I met my fiance a few years after that, and then things just started going up again after that. But that was a bit of a 3-year break, if I'm honest, where I stopped doing music totally. I still done a few shows because I had to keep the lights on, but I was just quiet. But because I had to deal with life situations,
definitely an essential thing though, man, to take the step back and just get everything moving. Like especially in your personal life, it's just as important as it is, like it is out there, you know. So,
bro, if I carried on with that steam train of being a rock and roll star, like drinking every day, like sleeping with multiple women, getting into fights, robberies, like living that young rock and roll life, then I would have probably still been messed up now. But thankfully I had that break, and I'm now, you know, in the public eye, and I'm still able to present myself as a, you know,
100.
cool guy.
I feel like you almost started not from scratch because everyone still knows who you are, but you got a chance to start again. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I think I did that really. Like at that point, it was like restart. So like I said, then I started doing a few projects here and there, a few mini EPs that I threw out independently, Unstoppable, and a few others. And then that got to the chance where I said I got to where I had to rebrand and think of a new style to kind of get into this new generation of kids that are out now. But also like another thing, going back to what you said, is just the producing. So that's luckily I've been able to still produce for young artists, still DJ in a lot of the clubs and big events, so that's kept my name kind of going as well. So, well,
you got your fingers in all different pies, bro. We've gone through a lot already. You know, you're doing the reaction videos, your sunglasses thing now. You being an actual artist from back in the day, anyway. You know, there's loads of like strings to your bow, man, and you can't really go wrong with that, man. I think that's what you need to be doing, like in big 2021. You know,
you have to definitely have your hands in different pies.
It keeps the name busy, it keeps me working, and it keeps the lights on. So.
Keeps the content coming as well. I was speaking to Logic in the car about this, wasn't we? He was just like, it's so hard to bring out content these days. Like at the moment, I'm doing this whole TikTok thing. Like,
you on it? Yeah,
I'm on the TikTok thing. I ain't gonna lie.
It's demanding, fam.
It's mad demanding.
A lot of TikTokers are doing like 3 videos or 5 videos a day. Like, so if you're not used to that, like everyone wants things quickly, innit? So
it's massive though. The TikTok world is massive.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's ridiculous. I wish I jumped on it
sooner.
Yeah, I wish I jumped on it sooner.
Yeah.
I might be able to do something with it.
What stopped you though, if you mind me asking? Though, like,
do you know what it was? I was just like, nah, this is a bit weird. Like,
what was weirding you out about it? Like the content that was coming out? Or?
Yeah, it's just that I wasn't used to doing the whole, you know, acting thing again. Like the last time I did any type of acting was drama in school, and I loved it then. But then to do it now, it was just a bit like, I actually thought TikTok would have fallen off by now. But if anything, it's rocketed.
Well, I mean, just kind of off the back of that, I first initially thought it was like for the younger generation, the younger kids at first.
Same.
But then I changed my perspective on it when I started seeing songs blow up from it, like whether they were songs from 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and even tunes right now. They're just doing crazy numbers because of TikTok and these challenges. I think
when I noticed it wasn't gonna slow down, was I met a YouTuber. I was doing like something for them, and then they said to me and other people, they were like, you lot TikTok, get on it like now, like start putting your videos. And this was like last year before the Savage Challenge and all of that, Bad Gucci, whatever. And I think it was like, I guess when you're a YouTuber, you kind of get those companies and stuff kind of messaging you, hollering, trying to say, look, we have this platform, this and that. But they were like, TikTok, jump on it. And then now it's just... So
I've seen a few people blow up from it, man. Like especially some female DJs, man. They're doing some crazy bits on there, bro.
Putting out content of them DJing?
Yeah, just like, you know, the like 5 tracks of this, 5 tracks of that. It doesn't matter about your real DJing thing, man. You know what it's like for the consumers. As long as you hear your songs with what you like, that's all they care about, isn't it? And it's just getting crazy numbers. Their followers are going up, and because it's linked to your Instagram as well, they're getting followers on there, and they're already getting inquiries for bookings this year, man. That's just off the back of TikTok.
It's the algorithm is a lot different to
Instagram.
That's what I've heard.
The algorithm, it's so that the small people can get their chance to kind of be like that For You page. I like
it like that.
Yeah, like I go on the For You page and I'll see a video which is like great and it has like 5 likes, and it's because the person just put it up like 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I don't even know who you are, sort of thing, but it's just there. Yeah. So it's there to help people, isn't it? But
speaking of algorithms, the Instagram algorithm right now is dead. Is it messing you up as well? Yeah,
I'm trying to learn it. Like, so I'm hearing that you got to save to collection first.
Yeah, it's backwards now. Yeah, it's backwards.
You know what's mad? I'll tell you something, right? I think we spoke about this on the phone the other night. Yeah. My only day now that I get my usual views on my story is a Sunday. But Monday to Saturday, bro, I'm not even getting a fraction of what I was getting on my views,
Yeah.
bro.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
It is an algorithm
Instagram's
thing.
fucked it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
gonna
is
lie to you.
You know
man.
what? They're trying to push you more to paying for sponsored posts. So like that's why the algorithm's this way. Like, and they don't really care. Like they know it's all about advertising and all of that now.
Making
so
money, yeah.
that's why, like, because I've seen a difference with like my story numbers at times. Like I didn't like put up stories for numbers specifically, but I'm just like, raw, like this looks different to how it was
down.
last year. Like, and just certain like posts as well and stuff like that. But I don't know.
So
man.
how do you attack the algorithm on your story? That's a new one. No?
It's I don't know. Do you know what I've realized when I do like put up a post and I ask a few people, can you share it or whatever? I just don't give a fuck. I'm just like, yo,
I'm
can
saying.
Bro, you
can
gotta be
share
your
it?
feet gotta
Yeah.
be going. You gotta
So,
be grinding, bro.
yeah,
You gotta be chatting
when
to
a
people.
couple of people share it, it almost starts like a chain reaction. Other people are like, oh, do you know, I want to post this as well. Like
Yeah,
even if you
yeah.
haven't asked them, and as you're doing it, that's when I get my stories
Right.
at
Yeah, I
a
suppose
max.
so.
But
Yeah,
if
they
I
say-
don't do stuff like that, it's very rare. Or sometimes it'll be like a couple of hundred in a day, and then it's like the low hundreds the following day. Like it
I
just
have noticed
makes sense.
though, recently since Clubhouse come along,
Yeah.
there's a big, limbo kind of debate between Instagram and Clubhouse because Instagram are trying to do a similar thing.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
So when you actually type Clubhouse on your story or anything affiliated with that,
Yeah.
I don't know what they do. They must like just do something to your profile or something, man. I've just seen the
mad.
numbers drop, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
There's
Keywords.
the
Yeah,
whole thing
facts.
about shadow banning as well.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Like,
It's all
that's
getting
something-
peak. You know?
Yeah,
And I was on
crazy.
Clubhouse the other week, and someone who I didn't even know was telling me to go through settings on Instagram and to toggle off this Clubhouse thing where it allows you for them to listen to your convos or read your convos. Instagram.
Swear down.
Yeah. Yeah.
These apps are getting too powerful.
Yeah.
Man.
Too powerful, bro.
So guys, go on to settings and toggle that shit off. Levels.
Are you man going on to TikTok though? Yeah, are you going on?
I'm slowly getting there, man. Maybe
on.
not as much as you,
I'm
but
on it. I've
What
just,
content
like,
have you been putting out though?
I put out a DJ one the other day.
Did
I'll
you?
show you. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Because that's what I'll struggle with. Like I'm not sure what kind of content I'll be able to put out on it. Do you know what I mean? Like
The one thing I would say about TikTok is the DJ one I did on there didn't do that well, but it wasn't like really for that. It was more for the Instagram lot or whatever who obviously know I'm a DJ, but it didn't do too well on there. I think when you're doing like the dances or like play like 10 of your like 50 Cent tracks or whatever in 30 seconds, they go off more.
Okay.
But for the moment you're trying to act and like do a DJ, like I did a thing with the sync button, but for a lot of TikTokers that's gonna go over their head. They're just
Yeah,
gonna look at that
it's
and
too
they're gonna be
technical,
like,
man.
I don't get it. But a lot of the DJs on my page understood it.
I
So-
definitely think it's a lot harder for DJs to kind of blow, like Logic said, for like a normal person to blow,
Yeah.
you know? I think the only way for us DJs to blow on there is when they use our soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then they start using our soundtrack to then do challenges and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, that's
you just
what I
got to
was
keep
saying
trying,
about
man.
Mashups, innit?
Yeah,
About
Just
mashups,
gotta-
you said that. Yeah,
Just got to be persistent. That's it, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought TikTok would be done out here within like
Yeah.
1
Yeah,
hour.
It's
it's
not
like
going
Vine.
anywhere.
I thought too. Yeah, like yeah,
Yeah,
fine.
it's here and then
Yeah.
no, Vine.
What's the other?
Jesus
What's the other
Christ.
one? What's the other one that's similar to TikTok? I'm trying to think.
Triller.
Oh,
Triller,
Triller.
that's it,
Triller,
yeah.
That's for me. That's dead. Like
Yeah.
TikTok's like I don't even think about Triller anymore.
No, I think Triller is still. I think they're all looking at streaming boxing stuff or whatever. Like they were trying to like collaborate with stars and stuff like that.
They
But-
done the Tyson fight, right?
Yeah, I think So they're still. I think they're trying to attack it. So they know they're behind TikTok now. So they're trying to like.
Get a different avenue.
they're trying to plan
start
it in a-
something else.
You could
up,
do
yeah.
live streams on there as well, you know, on
Triller?
No, on TikTok.
on TikTok.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
is there like have they got the whole if they hear like a track or whatever? They're gonna
Not
ban
from
it?
what I know. I was listening to a
right.
few last week, man, and they were going straight. You know what? On Instagram, when you soon play a couple of tunes, lock off. Yeah, nah.
But
TikTok
do
was
you
going
also
strong.
have to build a following on there for them to be able to see it, or is there a way for people to see it without them following you? So you know how on the explore page.
Harris integrated. You mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a way to see it without even following. Because I'll be scrolling and then it would just
And
be
it would
like
just pop
random
up.
people.
Yeah,
just
I
on
like
live.
that. I like the sound of that because I've got like 8
They
followers.
sound
on
like they've got
TikTok.
it right, man. They sound like they've got it right. Still, the algorithm. Instagram, on the other hand, they're fucking it right now, man. They're fucking it for all of us creatives, you know, making it a lot more harder to push our shit out there, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, some people on TikTok are having an issue now with they've changed the algorithm again. So TikTok's also changing the algorithm every now and again. So a lot of people are saying like they're not getting as much views as they used to, like in December. So yeah, we're always fighting against that algorithm. Like sometimes they'll get like 1 million views, and then months after that, they're just getting like 1,000, and then they just don't know what's gone wrong. They still have 10,000 followers plus.
It's mad.
But
that would give someone head loss as
Yeah.
well. You know.
yeah, people are so people are spun right now. I'm spun as well because I don't get it. Like so.
Yeah.
Wow. So you spoke a bit about like how you're trying to not keep up. You're trying to change the way you've done music or whatever for what's relevant kind of now.
Yeah.
So one thing that I wanted to I really wanted to speak about was the Channel U days.
Come on, man.
Because those days,
Nostalgic,
they
man.
I
were
can wait
just-
for a moment.
Bro, we was even speaking in the car about it, and we was just like, bro, those days were so much better. Those are the days where you
Yeah,
just
man.
Do you
everything
think,
was so
yeah?
different. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
100%.
so.
You prefer the music then to now, or what is it? Just the nostalgia?
I think the music plays different parts
Yeah.
with then and now, but I think I think we spoke about it on the last podcast. It's all about the vibe that you get with people,
feeling.
man.
Yeah,
I think what the Channel U, it gives me, how do I explain it? It was just a different time, and I have a lot of memories around those Channel U type
A lot of
songs.
good memories.
Yeah, I was in the car and I was listening to Bomb Squad the other day.
Jeez, yeah.
B-O-M,
Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
And bro, honestly, it could have brought a tear to my eye. Because I remember
nearly
being in
cried
certain
a few times.
situations with certain people, and once music can do that for you, it's a beautiful thing. So
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah, man.
remember we were saying about how at that time it was a good balance. Like the internet wasn't like taking over everyone's lives.
yeah,
like
man,
that too
people are going
often.
outdoors, man.
Yeah,
we had
so-
like I think MSN was out around that time.
Yeah,
like,
it just started creeping in.
MySpace, yeah.
But we didn't really let it control our lives too much.
No, it was more. We
Yeah.
was outside.
Yeah,
yeah, you couldn't have
yeah.
MSN in your pocket. Like,
True,
it was
Yeah,
just-
yeah. Exactly.
I
Get
mean,
me
I
out.
know we've spoke about it, but for those that don't know, how did it all start for you? Like, you know, with the Channel U and
Yeah.
you know, the guy behind the sunglasses. You know what I mean? How did it all start for you,
So
bro?
for me, I was like you guys. I was a fan of Channel U. Same thing. I would be watching it weekly, like, every day, watching the charts and just thinking, "Wow, this is sick! Like this era is sick! Like Bomb Squad, Aggro, Santos,
Oh,
Free
Jesus.
Yard, all them
Yeah.
tunes."
Yeah.
And then I started doing music myself, especially around like North London. I was producing for a lot of artists, Black the Ripper, Chip, and then I thought, you know what, let me do my own song. So I done my own song, but I was thinking, how can I come out where I'm coming out different though?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm always trying to think I need to
100.
come
Outside
out
the
different
box.
to everyone
Yeah, yeah,
else.
yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what, let me do a girl song, because all the music right now, even the songs I just mentioned that on Channel U, they're all like grimy, but
Mandem,
a
yeah,
bit
yeah.
more mandem-y
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
So I thought, let me do a little sweet boy thing. And I think Tiny was just doing like wifey rhythm. He done wifey rhythm, but he didn't. I don't think he released it yet. He had it like just popping off. And then I did So Nice, and then I think I just got some random guys to do the video. It must have cost me about £100 or something. We done the video, and then I was like to my mum, how my mum was managing me at the time. I was like, how can we get this on Channel U? And we actually knew one of the owners called Darren at the time. Rest in peace, Darren. And he was like, yeah, come in for a meeting, you know, sit down with us, have a meeting with us. So we had a meeting, and then they were like, yeah, it costs, I think they said like £50 to get the video on Channel U. So I was like,
It's cheap,
down.
bro. When you think about it today,
Yeah.
how much it
It's
costs.
cheap, nah. But even when you said that you spent £100 on a music video,
video.
that blew me.
Yeah,
bro. Like, I didn't
yeah.
have £100 back in the day.
Yeah, the man would have been like, what?
£100.
£100
Nah,
Yeah.
G.
Well, big up Mumsy, obviously. She
Yeah,
helped me out.
come
on. Down for you.
Big up
Love for that,
Mumsy.
man.
But yeah, but you got to think like even now, which is like Grime Daily is the equivalent of Channel U now. And people pay like $250, $300 to go on Grime Daily.
Yeah, it's a norm, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, so but £50 at the time, I was thinking, bro, to be on TV,
On TV.
I'm gonna be on like national TV. Anyone can watch it. Like my grandma can watch it.
Yeah.
Like anyone can watch that on their TV. So I was thinking, yeah, this is lit. £50, done it. And then the next week it came out. I was thinking, this is mad. I saw my video on TV, and then I think about a week after that, it was just in the Channel U charts, their weekly charts, and it was like creeping up 18. 13, then it got to number 1, and then it was like number number 1 for like 18 weeks.
Yeah, crazy.
And
bro.
I was like, this is mad. And then the Channel U people actually called me, and it was like coming for another meeting.
Yeah.
Big up Kat as well from 10 Letter PR, who used to work at Channel U. They were just like, yo, like you're taking over the channel. Like this is all people want to see. The girls are going crazy. I was thinking, this is mad.
This is where it starts.
This is where it starts. But you know what else is mad? Like, I always talk about manifesting things. I remember, like, just before I sent the video in, I'm just remembering this now. Like, I used to watch, like, Chris Brown videos and Bow Wow videos on YouTube, and, like, they'll go outside and girls will go mad for them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so
Screaming.
sweet.
I'm so sweet, bro. But you know what it is? I was like, I want that one day. Like the way they've got it patterned where the girls are going mad. That's what I wanted.
That's it.
As a teen, I was like, that's sick.
Do you know
it,
what?
I feel like I know where you're going with this. There's one video in mind. Like,
Do you know what?
yeah,
I think if Drake didn't name his next album Certified Lover
That would
Boy,
be my
it
thing.
would be
Yeah,
his.
yours.
That would have to be my next.
100.
That would have been the title.
He
Yeah.
said certified lover man though. Innit?
Yeah,
you
that's
would've-
it. That's it. Just put a
Wait,
spin on
before I
that.
forget, actually, but you know, with the So Nice song, right?
Yeah.
On your album, you had a different version of it. Like,
Oh, you know the stuff.
is that because of like a sample? Clearance?
Yeah. So that sample, big up Rude Kid who produced So Nice. That sample was
Rude Kid.
that was Beyonce Dangerously in Love.
Oh yeah, that's
So that
impossible.
was a myth.
I'm sorry.
As soon as I got signed, the label were like, "Yeah, you can put that on the album," but that getting that cleared is
PRS.
a myth. Yeah. But that was literally where it started. And like to be a part of that time of Channel U era, with them names that I mentioned. Like I said, I was a fan watching them. So now when people talk back about it and remember them nostalgia moments, like I'm proper grateful for that, man.
Yeah,
It was a sick time, and like you said, some of them music videos just bring back mad memories of certain times when man was younger. You know what I'm saying?
You guys got any personal like favorite tracks, man? Like this is your time to be the fanboy now.
So Nice was mine because I remember at the time. What was it? It was the bit where it switches at the end, like
The piano.
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
I'm like, right. It's like I might have to call my high school crush right now, secondary school.
Go on,
crush,
the
like-
feelings.
Hit us with it. Go on.
I did like So Nice.
Yeah.
It was a banger.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone knew that. But my one, I love something a bit more bouncy. So my first hot is not like Jamaica.
yeah.
So that's
Wanted to
me,
take
innit?
her.
Yeah, that's my type of song.
Wanna be a man,
Yeah,
I
I
got-
want to be your man. Yeah.
You got to live your little manifestation in that because in the video you have fans.
The girls go, oh, man does the video.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't see what
I ain't
you.
gonna lie, the main girl in that video used to have me scratching my head. I was like,
Oh, Naomi, big up there. Yeah.
Jeez.
Bro.
She
Showing
was
us how to pick
making
'em,
them.
innit?
She was making the man them go mad. But yeah, that one's one of my favorites as well. Wanna be your man still. That one's one of my favorite videos.
I gotta say 5 hours. I actually asked you for that
Oh,
track,
yeah,
didn't I?
yeah.
Even the
That's a
remix with
classic.
Wiley.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's a big tune.
But that kind of song is a song that not a lot of people know it, but it's like if you know kind of.
Yeah,
one.
hardcore fans.
for real.
But yeah, and then that was that, man. And then we done after we put out So Nice, it was like we need another one. And I wasn't signed by then. It was just Channel U were fully supporting me at this point, and they were like, "Yeah, we want the next one. No charging this time." You know what I'm saying? You're getting them going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So we sent them Stay With Me, but the first version of me walking through the graveyard thing.
Okay, yeah.
And then again that went mad. It was like #1 for like 10 weeks again, and then that's when the label knocked on the door and said, "We want a meeting with you ASAP, Warner Records." I was like, "What?" My mum like said they just called the house phone, like the numbers on the MySpace page. They've just said Atlantic
What?
Records want a meeting with you. I was like, "Nah, I don't believe that." You sure? Like Atlantic Records, that's T.I., that's P Diddy.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
big boy
like-
stuff, yeah.
But that goes back to the manifestation because that's all I was watching at that time. Like I was watching what the Americans were doing, what Chris Brown and T.I. was doing. Look at my look as well. The T.I. kind of look.
Yeah,
a lot of
that's it.
people were comparing the looks, and I kind of just put it out there, bro. And then things just started happening, and then we signed a deal, man. And the rest was history.
Well, let's talk about one of your biggest accomplishments because we spoke about this on radio a few years back when you come on to my show. But one standout point for me for you is Elton John, man. Like,
was
there's
gonna-
not a lot of people that get to do that,
was gonna mention
especially in
that.
the UK. There's not a lot of artists that have reached that point in their career to be doing something like that. So how did that come about?
That one come about. That was just a random one, if I'm honest. Like we done Stay With Me, and Wanna Be Your Man as well. And then my A&R at the time, he was like, "Listen, we need another single, but it needs to be a smash. So we need to go back into the sample vault and see what samples we got there." Obviously, they knew I love my samples, so they was like, "Listen, we got this Elton John sample. What do you think?" And if I'm honest, I was a bit. That was my ignorant days, so I was a bit like, I didn't really know Elton John's music. I grew up on Wiley and Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Brand music,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I need to go back and do my research. So I've done a bit of research. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we did it, but I was still like, it's a bit too poppy for me because my audience, I come from Channel U era. Like I don't know if they're gonna mess
Get
with
it,
it, or
yeah.
get it. So I was like, let's get someone who's up and coming and he's hard at spitting. And then I said, I got my friend Chipmunk from North London. Let's get him on the record. Then we put him to the studio. He banged it out in like a couple hours. Next thing you know, it was another hit. So that one was a mad one for me because I didn't even expect that one to go as big as it was.
Bro, that was on Soccer AM
That's
Showboat.
what I mean. That took me to this next world where I never even thought I would be able to go to, like commercially. Just
Yeah.
you see how many doors it opens when you work with someone like
Yeah,
Elton John. It's
100.
mad. Yeah.
Speaking of Chipmunk, you and Chipmunk are boys, yeah.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
do you think of the whole Chipmunk and Stormzy beef?
Jeez,
Like, you
boy.
knew that was kind of coming out. That had to come out.
I didn't even know you probably
Let me
asked.
just let me get my bananas and shrimps out for this one.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
I'm gonna cross my legs.
Do you know what it is? We need a response, Mike. Big Mike. We need a response.
We need a response.
We need a response. But the thing is, though, like Chip's done. He's done it, innit? He's done the dance. I
Yeah.
think personally.
Personally, I'm a big Chip fan, massive Chip fan. So Stormzy, I appreciate some of his music, whatever. But for me, Chip is levels above a lot of UK artists. Levels.
Lyrically, musically,
Lyrically, forget it.
Yeah,
Forget it.
like he's the best that we've seen in this country when it comes to bars and when it comes to being able to attack any kind of rhythm. I think personally,
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, like, and I know Stormzy's team, Murky team, big up them, but I feel like they looked at that and thought, you know what, there's no point.
You can't
There's
win it.
no point. We're not gonna win
Can't win
this.
it, you can't
Not in
win
a
it.
bad way, but it's
Yeah.
just like he's too on point with the way he attacks it. I think personally.
Yeah.
What do you lot think?
I mean, I think from behind the scenes, I don't really know what's been going on, you know, all the domestics and stuff. But I think the one positive that I can take out of it is that I just think it's really good for the culture, man.
100,
Yeah.
and that's
Like-
why I think Stormzy should have replied. If I'm
Yeah.
honest, but he doesn't have to. Obviously, he's his own man.
Yeah.
But I do believe that if he's screaming "King of Grime," he needs to be backing that
Yeah,
up.
100.
And just for the sport, no beef, like you said, no behind the scenes funny business.
Yeah.
Just for the sport and the
Yeah.
culture, come together and like, you know what I'm saying, just
So
attack it.
do you feel like he even won the one against Wiley?
Yeah. I do. I
You
think
do?
he won that one still.
Okay.
But that one's like split. I know people that say
Yeah.
Stormzy won that, and some people. And I'm a big Wiley fan. He's my top
Yeah.
5 of all time.
Yeah.
But I just feel like Stormzy had the upper hand with that, and it might have been the way how strategic he was, because that plays a big part for me. Sipping tea and videos, and he was just a bit more on point with it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I like that. I feel like Wiley was a bit more messy with it.
Yeah, he's just a proper grime head. He's just
Oh,
proper
of
old
course.
school grime head, and he doesn't really give in to the whole new like what everyone else is
Well,
doing.
I think, like he was saying, just with different audiences and stuff,
Yeah.
like for people like us of that generation, we're gonna appreciate that.
Yeah.
But for the new gen,
Don't get
when
it.
they know about Stormzy and stuff, like
all
they're
they
just
care.
gonna go with
That's all they
Stormzy. You
care.
get me? So
But Wiley went mad, and I think it was his second dub. That second dub was too sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just think Stormzy had the upper hand personally. on that
Stormzy one was good, but again, I don't feel like he could have Chip.
No,
I just don't see it.
it's a bit more techie, I think.
Do you think he will reply at some point?
It's too late.
It's
It's
too late.
too late,
Do you
bro.
think so?
It's
Because people were saying this whole thing about how it took Chip a while
For the Bugsy thing.
Yeah, and something about how this whole thing with Stormzy and Chip, like Chip took a while to kind of address certain indirects or whatever. Like I don't know the timeline specifically, but I feel like in the sport of like, you know, of like grime and this and that, he should get a reply, but like I
Too
don't
late.
know, like
It hasn't done it justice.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what if he drops next week, even though you say it's too late and it's mad?
Everyone's gonna listen to it. Yeah.
Then you might say, I don't
could
know,
be.
actually. Because you know what I'm saying? He's Stormzy. His name holds so much weight,
Mad weight,
that
yeah.
he might think to himself, I ain't got a time limit because I'm Stormzy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then drop, and then everyone's gonna listen.
But in terms of a clash
of an event,
and it being
Yeah.
that prolonged, you've lost the momentum.
I just like the weekly
True.
thing. Like one
Same.
drops one. Even some people drop it like 24 hours
Yeah, I
later.
like the
or whatever.
24
I love
hours.
it.
That's
I love
what
it.
was that was
Yeah.
what's happening with Stormzy and Wiley, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I like that. I love it. I love
But
it.
do you think though, if Stormzy was to reply, do you think Chip would reply like shortly after, or he'll take a while? Because some people always link it with, whenever Chip does a diss, it's to do with an upcoming project or whatever. Now that he's dropped the project, do you think it would take a while to then respond? Because it's like, well, I've done what I needed to do in terms of pushing me out there. I feel like they just need to kind of get into a room and just
how
kind
many
of
how many war does has he done? What, 4?
Who Chip?
Yeah,
At Stormzy?
yeah.
Has he done 4? That's
Isn't
mad.
it like 4? He did 2. One in the car park. He did
Flowers and
Flowers.
10
probably around
10
4.
commandments.
Three?
Isn't there?
3, 4.
Oh, there is
Four,
another
three,
one.
four.
The Killer MC one.
Killer
was
MC.
kinda
Yeah.
done.
So it's 4. So I don't like if Stormzy's got to do another 4.
Just
I
get
mean-
him into a room, just
Yeah.
a clash, get a DJ who's there.
Yeah.
you-
Old
Old
school.
school,
There's-
do old school,
There's
so you don't have to
literally
wait.
one MC on this planet, well, UK, that I think
Let me try guess.
Go on,
What, Grime MC? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna say Gets.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the
That's what I
only
thought.
one.
Yeah.
What?
The
Say that
only one.
again.
Gets.
What?
He's the only one that can potentially have Chip. The rest, forget about it.
Kano?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah. Kano's cold. Kano's cold.
Bro,
but
lyrical
no,
war.
You're talking about that. Like, for me, well, I don't know what your best clash is ever, but I was speaking to you about this other day. The P Money and Gets clash.
Yeah, man.
One of the best. 100%.
So then don't you think P Money would have a good chance?
P Money's
against you?
another one.
P Money is cold, but
Because that was
for
a
me,
big one, wasn't it?
Gets edge that one.
Yeah.
Can't lie.
And Chip has got like he's got something about him that just makes us listen to what he's
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like I don't know if it's his character or his cheekiness, but he's got something about him that makes us
It's the
say
cheekiness.
It's the way he delivers things. Like, yeah. His delivery is just stupid.
But even like going back to the Channel U thing, like and the grime clashing era, that's like probably the grime and the grime on radio sets. That was my favorite time of like UK music. I think personally.
Okay.
Yeah, just watching the grime DVDs or watching Kano and Wiley clash in the basement.
Wow.
For me, that was like super.
Devilman and
Feel like
Skepta.
crying.
Oh yeah.
Good times, man.
There's those poorly mixed grime beats.
When
on
there was,
some of them.
bro, 128, 100%.
Who is your favorite like producer back in the day? I know you mentioned Rude Kid, but is there any others in the works that you'd say back then?
Producer at that time, from back then, yeah. That's a hard one, you know, bro. That's a
I'd say Dot Rotten, man. Dot Rotten was one for me.
Yeah, he wasn't even called that. He was called Young Dot at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone through a few names, isn't it?
Oh, now he's like
Zeph Ellis now.
Zeph Ellis,
that's
yeah.
it, yeah.
Do you know who I'd have to say? Like Rapid and like Rough Squad, obviously producing Pied Piper and some of them classic grime instrumentals for me are like proper important instrumentals that I'll always go back to. So probably someone like that, probably Rapid, yeah. But also we got to shout out Wiley as a producer as well, because the amount
for real.
of classics that he produced, obviously Eskimo and what do you call it, all them sounds. Like so important. People forget he produces.
They never died, did they, man?
Nah, man. But
Never.
big up Rude Kid as well. He's up there as one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that he done so nice as well. And coming from that to
Yeah,
like
I didn't know that.
grime stuff.
But you say old tight Rude Kid at the beginning. How people not know? Like,
I know, but probably the people that listen to So Nice wouldn't think that this is the same.
oh,
Rude Kid.
okay,
Yeah.
Produces
Yeah.
grime now.
because he doesn't say, "Oh, you ready?" Or-
Yeah.
I suppose back then as well, a lot of producers didn't really get like the credits like that as much as it is now, like on your Spotify's and stuff like that.
it's
You
there.
get me?
Yeah. I used to spit over so many beats. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't a proper artist. I was dead still.
I didn't know what Rude Kid looked like for a while. Like I actually had him on
Yeah.
MSN at one point because
it?
like he needed someone to make a GIF in it, like an animated GIF. I used to use Photoshop and that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, how much do you charge this and that, or whatever?" And it was only until he sent me a photo of him to edit. I was like, "Right, that's what you look like." Okay, like
Do you know what? I just thought of some more producers actually. Stimpy and Screwface.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They're like
Maniac.
deep,
Yeah,
Maniac as well, yeah.
explicit with the
Explicit
Yeah.
classics. Yeah. All them made classics, man. Yeah, man. Proper.
Flukes. Fam, how-
Yeah, Flukes as well.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Flukes
got
on
to
the
shout out
production.
Flukes, Crazy Cousins. Obviously, he produced the Wifey instrumental. That's a powerful instrumental as well,
Yeah.
man. Flipping out. Some classic producers there.
Well, I feel like, just going back to what you said about you taking a break and stuff. I remember I used to just think like when you said you moved out of London, etc. That's basically what I thought in my head. I thought like you just kind of you're DJing at here and there,
Yeah.
and like you'd done your bit, like because you started off
Musically,
yeah. You were at you were like the part of the first batch of like people from the grime kind of backgroundish, like where they were in the mainstream now. Like there was the Chip, then there was a Tiny Temper and stuff like that. Like,
Tingy Strider, yeah.
did you kind of get worried at some point that if you wanted to go back to making or change the type of music you're making, people wouldn't accept you too much? Like, because your first album was mainly like just about like
Girls,
like,
love
so
and-
yeah.
Do you know what it was? I tried to always keep a balance. So like when I put out a commercial song, I tried to put out something that had a remix. So when I done Wanna Be Your Man, I put out a remix with Gets and Tinchy Strider. Not a lot of people might not have heard that one, but I did try and balance it at the same time, because you're right, that was going through my mind every second. Like I said, as soon as we done the Elton John record, I was thinking my fan base ain't gonna be following me after this. This is left. But I said to them, I need to balance it, so let's get Chip on it, who's got the streets going crazy right now, this new young MC. So I tried to figure out ways where I could always balance it and try and keep my credibility there. And we kind of did, man, like, you know what I'm saying? And then after doing certain records like that, I tried to go back to my R&B roots or like my grime production roots, and then kind of just constantly trying to balance it, bro. And I guess that's the struggle people like Drake has when he's trying to prove to his R&B singing world at the same time as trying to rap hard. And you know what I'm saying? It's just finding that balance is hard, man. But
When can we hear another ladies tune?
Cheers.
That's what I want to know.
Something out on Valentine's Day, yeah.
The freestyle, yeah.
Come on, yeah. So that's one for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? It's called No I Care, and that one's kind of back to my original roots a bit as well. So, but I got another joint coming soon, a little garage vibe featuring a big MC.
I love a garage vibe.
Yeah, man. The garage is kind of coming back at the moment,
yeah,
so we got a
100%.
nice vibe for the summer for that. But yeah, but you was you're saying something that makes sense, and but not a lot of people like put that in their brain. That I just kind of took a seat back and kind of just focused on other things. A lot of people just say, "Oh, you fell off."
No, I just thought you always had a hand in like
other things.
Yeah, I thought like there'll be like new artists, but we just didn't know. But behind the scenes, you were actually in the studio saying, "Yo, you know, like when I was doing this thing, like be careful of this and that."
100, and that's what I do. That is what I was doing from then, man. And I love to do that. Just be a bit more behind the scenes. Look, and I'm a realist, bro. Like I'm not gonna keep rapping or trying to do music if people don't want it anymore. The day people stop saying like, "Yo, where's the next song dropping?" then I'm just gonna allow it. And I'm not trying to be doing it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm doing other things as well. But I just love music, man. So until people tell me, "Yo, allow the music thing," then I'll just keep putting out songs here and there. But I will take a step back, tiny bit more within the next few years, and just kind of find some new talent, get more into A&R and just help people with their projects and things like that a bit more. So,
Another question I wanted to ask you: Have you always been DJing, or or you have?
DJing was the first thing, yeah.
Okay, because a lot of people, well, one or two people didn't actually know that you actually did. They just thought it was part of the name or whatever. But
that's mad, yeah. That was the first thing I fell in love with personally. Like, music was DJing was my first love from when I was like 13. And I actually, my uncle's a big promoter from Twice as Nice. He used to put on garage events called Twice as Nice. And that's where I actually got the love of like DJing and watching some of the biggest, you know, Spoonie and EZ do the DJing thing, and kind of just fell in love with it from there. So that was the first thing, and then producing after that at 15, and then artist last. So
originally you was doing like garage events. You was actually spinning garage things.
Yeah, there was a few events. I think the first club I DJ'd at when I was like 14 was in Watford, like Destiny's nightclub or something.
Yeah, that's Oceana Prism now, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Is that what it's changed into? I've never actually been there, you know.
Classic, bare memories from then. Even now that it's Oceana and that, but yeah, Destiny's nightclub. It was mad. I wasn't even meant to be in the club. It was like over 18s, and I was just there behind the decks, like just standing there.
Did you have to get the stool?
Yeah, the little stool.
I'm dead.
Bro, how was they even letting you in there? Don't you have to be like 18 over, no?
Yeah, but because my uncle, he was who he was, and he was doing the club nights, and that they kind of knew the security, and then he actually put me on tour with Soul Solid Crew after that for their 21 Seconds tour, and I was DJing on that before they come.
That's hard, man.
I think what's funny is that in your songs I can hear where your DJing background comes into it, because you do stuff like second verse, man, and then you jump into it. And like, I figured this guy, like, he loves to do talking bits, or even when you're introducing like your first verse, like you be like, yeah, you know, life, this and that. Let's go. It's ironic, man.
Let's go.
Bam. And I'm thinking, geez, this guy, like, he sounds like, you know, like a radio, like if you're on radio, like, yeah, this is blah, 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 cool. And it drops. Like,
I think it's important though, like, especially these days as an artist, if you get it from a DJ perspective, I think you're winning, man.
Yeah.
So
I really think you're winning. If you know what the sound is in the clubs and what's current, what's going on.
I think that's what another thing why I've been able to kind of stay relevant and make music that sounds relevant today. You know, a lot of my peers, no names, have dropped off since then because they're not outside, they're not in the clubs, they've literally settled now. So it's a bit more harder for them to come back out. But like, you see me out in the clubs, I'm trying to listen to what's the latest stuff like coming out, and like beats wise, it makes you stay in tune with what beats are hot, what sound is hot at the moment. So I think DJing, being a DJ and an artist, it helps so much, man. Yeah.
do you think people appreciate what you did like years back, like now? Like, do you feel like you're not, like, you know, when people would say, oh yeah, no, like Chip or this person paved the way for this, that, or whatever. You feel like people miss out your name? Like, does that bother you? Or
it's half and half, because not really. Even Chip would, like, he just done an interview and he bigged me up and things like that. Like, certain artists I see say the name, and then, but then there's like certain podcasts I might watch and then they'll say every name but miss my one. But it doesn't really get to me like that, because bro, I'm not trying to live in the past. I'm trying to look at what we've got next to do. I think when I'm gone, hopefully people then look back and then think, right, he's actually putting a shift within this culture and produced them records. Right, he put out hundreds of records I didn't even know. Maybe one day when I'm gone, then they'll appreciate it. But for now, I'm just gonna keep cracking on, bro. But it's half and half. I think like when I meet some younger generation artists like Stormzy or whoever young, and they're like, "Yo, Ironic. Like if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here today."
They
And
get it, yep.
For me, that's all that matters. As long as they give me my flowers when I meet them, then we're calm, man.
I think facts are facts, though, man. When you look from that era, what we all grew up on, and like when Ironic was doing his thing back in the day, like. You don't see a lot of artists that are still relevant now. Do you know what I mean? They're probably doing something completely different. So I think facts are facts, really, man. That you're still here doing your music and you're just divulging all different things, bro.
No, and I'm grateful to still even be like here with you lot having this conversation. Still be able to put out music and people still check for it or stream my music. Like I'm proper grateful.
Yeah, 100.
13 years I've been doing it, so it's mad, bro.
I couldn't believe when I saw you at the game events. Big up Saskia and Talia. I was just like, I walked past you and I was like, this Don looks like Ironic.
I'm trying to think if I would have
I was like,
recognized
he's got the cap on and
Was you
everything.
there?
No, I wasn't there. I'm
okay.
trying to wonder if I saw you in the street, I think I would.
I would definitely.
It
Like,
depends though.
100.
Well, like if I had my sunglasses on, then probably. But
I think even without your song, because you have those low eyes, like
oh man,
you
those
have
the eyes. Oh,
That's a bit sus, you know.
no, not fam.
Yo, you've been talking about lyrics, the way man's been moving in videos.
Hey, look, if I'm a DJ and I love music that way and all of this, then
You gotta know
I gotta know these things, innit?
To be fair, like if someone clocks me without my sunglasses, then they know the music. They know my music proper.
Yeah.
Like, that's a rare occasion, but the odd occasion people do to recognize it about them.
Speaking about music, who do you wish from Channel U? Well, I'm gonna ask you a question about Channel U days. Who do you wish you collaborated with or got the chance to?
Jeez.
It'd be interesting to know.
N-Dubs probably.
N-Dubs,
that would've been a big one.
that would have been sick.
I don't know why we didn't ever do that as well. Like we was around each other a lot, especially around them times and then Mobo times and all that. Like we got along really well as well. Me, Tulisa, Dappy, like we were cool, but we never really sat down and spoke about music. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think like we were kept at two different worlds. Like I guess they were a whole group, and then I was more doing my sweet way
Singular,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but then they worked with Chip, so I don't know.
I was gonna say something, but I feel like you lot are gonna get onto me again.
Say it, bro.
Run it.
You know my real name, and
No, so basically, you were saying about how you never got to sit down with them. Like, does that mean when you know they used to do like those charity songs and stuff? Because I swear you had.
Yeah.
You
We
did
did that. Yeah.
Were you there in the studio the same day?
Yeah. All the artists was there that day. That was for I Got Soul. Yeah.
So you didn't like.
No.
Like
That day we Fraser T. Smith, the producer. He's also one of my favorites. Actually, he produced a load of classics in the UK. He made sure that everyone came to the studio that day. That was mad for me. Even like I was starstruck, low key, bro. Like I was in the studio. I see Dappy there, Pixie Lot there, flipping. Who else was it? Bashy there, like Chipmunk. It was a star filled room. I was like, this is mad. And usually when I record, I just write in my bedroom and just record like by myself. So I was like, this is mad. Like, is Chip's verse gonna be madder than mine, or Bashy's gonna come mad?
Well, so there was no time to like be like, yo, we should like link up and do tunes, or whatever. Like it was just focused on the
task
at hand.
And we was around each other a lot more than that. Like, but we just never spoke about music.
I guess it gets like that when you just vibe with people, whatever.
Yeah. You hardly want, and you don't want to push them boundaries as well. Like, let's do a tune, like. And I'm not really like that anyway. Like, I'll just rather just chill with someone until they're on it.
Who was your favorite vocalist back in the day? Because I was thinking this on the way here, man. I had a few standouts, but I just wanted to see.
Mine, I had a couple. One would be Nye. Do you remember Nye?
Yeah.
She was always one of my favorites back then, man. Like even working with her voice is mad angelic. And then
Angelic.
no, that's the only word I can use to describe her voice. Sadie Amma was another one. She was dope.
What about guys?
Darren B. Do you remember Darren B?
Yeah, man.
He was cold from Channel U. Me and him actually done a song that never came out as well, which is sick. Singers. What other singers were there from?
Well, two for me were Louis Essien and
But
Tele Riley.
Would you put Louis from when I came out?
I think he was kind of on the back end, of like the Channel U, Channel AKA kind of vibes. But they
Very
were like
cold.
standout vocalists for me, man. Tele Riley, man.
Sick.
Mad.
He worked with Chip a lot.
Yeah.
Me and Louis, I think we done one song together, but I wish we done a few more, man, because he's sick. Yeah, proper. Yeah.
Who did you think was gonna make it out of that Channel U era? That didn't make it, or is not relevant now, not doing anything or whatever. Who was the one guy you was like, yo, he's going far, that one?
Darren B probably was one of them because I was watching him, and then like McLean was quite big.
Yeah,
at the time.
McLean, McLean.
Broken joint was
Big tune, man.
and that's my guy. Also, Agro Santos had a bit of a run in it. Like
Yeah,
his
he
run.
did.
He had a couple of tunes.
Yeah, he
Did
did.
he go in the charts as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. 3 yards. It must have.
But there was one he had done after that, more commercial one with like Pussycat Dolls or something.
I'm trying to think what it's called. Come and get your something like that.
Levels. I've never
Remember in Romford, back in the Romford days.
I feel like you know what you're pretending you don't know.
Bro, I ain't as bad as you, bro. Just saying.
I admit I know these things, innit? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit, like.
I don't know. That's probably it though. Like the names we mentioned, Loic Essien, people that I just think I rate highly, but they never really took off how I wish they did. Yeah.
I'll tell you one guy I'm quite surprised about who ain't still relevant today is Sway. Sway was a big one for me, man.
Big.
But he's more behind the scenes. He manages KSI and all that now.
Yeah.
I bumped into him randomly on the way to work years ago. Like, he was on the street and it's like, yo, do you know where to find this hotel? And I was thinking, what? This is in the morning in my head. I was trying to get around it.
I was spun.
I was thinking, I'm late for my morning meeting, but you're swaying. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yo, it's that way, innit? But you know where I feel like talking about music with him, like, yo, so up your speed. Like, how did that come about?
Classic.
He was just like, oh, thanks, bro. But I think I pointed him in the wrong direction, you know, because
Pagan.
I'm sorry.
Pagan behavior.
It was an accident, innit?
Mad thing.
But it was weird seeing him because, you know, when you grow up on people, like,
Big up Sway. He's a big important part to the UK music, man. Trust me.
I thought Tinchy Strider was gonna like fly.
Yeah, but he flew.
He had his moments.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
For
Bro, he had like
Yeah.
7 number ones, bro.
Yeah. He done his thing still.
he
I
did.
can't lie.
Strider man used to get me. I used to love that.
Jeez.
Love that.
Nah, Tinchy had
still
a-
sing it.
I think
Cold.
one of my favorite Tinchy joints was the one with Dappy, that spaceship one though.
Okay.
My mama thought I would make it.
Oh,
Living in a
Yeah.
spaceship.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
"Jeez."
Yeah.
Dappy's cold, man. He's another artist that for him to still be around now from the Channel U days, he's done well, man. And he's another artist that's able to just fit into any kind of genre,
any pocket,
any pocket, man, and still come and be relevant on the song.
Speaking of Channel U again, I'm going to try and make this the last point before I go into some questions that people have asked. Yeah.
By the way, for the kids out there that don't know what Channel U is, it's AKA Channel AKA, yeah.
Yeah, they
Go and do
changed
your
my name,
research.
innit?
Yeah, you have to do some research.
Go and do your research, guys.
What was I going to ask? Fucking hell.
Another Channel U question, remember?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was actually going to
sorry.
ask.
Hold on.
Can't remember.
Catch it.
I
You
can't
said-
remember.
You missed it. Right, next.
You
Let's go.
said,
next thing.
Talking about Channel U,
I honestly can't remember.
Right, next we
Let's go,
move.
yeah. We move.
We move.
Got some people that want to ask some questions.
okay.
And the first question is from my boy DJ Jordan A.
Big up
You know Jordan
Yeah,
A, innit?
yeah.
Yeah. And he asks, if you could do anything different, what would you do? Would you do anything different?
Yeah, I would, but it's probably not the answer people think it's gonna be. Probably would have been deal with my business side of things better.
Yeah.
When I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's an important one for the younger generation now, getting these big deals and big signings, because that's just one thing I wish I knew when I was younger. We could all say that, innit? But it kind of just, I don't know. That's just the only regret I'd have, really.
business
Just
side
the
to it,
business
makes
side
sense.
of things, just
Okay.
making sure I'm smarter with my money, investments. But it's hard to say that now when you're in your 30s, when I was 20, when I got signed, you know what I'm saying, with a big load of money.
Yeah,
But
man. You just wanted the clothes. Like,
Bro, if I was
just look
20 now, I was
fresh, like-
caking.
I know.
I don't know.
I think the times then though are completely different to the
Yeah.
times now,
Yeah.
especially with like the value for money and how much things cost.
And
you know?
also, I was the first artist to get a big deal, so I'm probably like the person that has to mess it all up for people behind me to then
Yeah.
go, oh, that's what he did wrong. Let's not do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I got to take that. But that's one thing I wish I did a bit better. Just my business side of things back then. Yeah.
It's like I just asked something off the back of that.
Yeah, go on, no, go
I
for
said
it.
off the back of that, like his clubhouse. I swear. But
Oh, the rest of us are going to go on mute.
I'm removing moderator phone. But do you feel like because you were like one of the first to like get signed like that and everything, do you feel like there was pressure on you to now look like you're a part? Like, oh, you know what? Let me show you. Now I'm getting that money, and like, do you feel like there was pressure to now, like, I don't know, spend a lot more to just show the difference, sort of thing, like, yo, I've made it, sort of thing, or
Nah,
you
not
just
really.
felt like doing it because you were happy with?
Yeah, I was just happy with
Okay,
that was the image that I wanted to go for. Like when I got signed to the label, they said we want you to be the first UK rap superstar. So I ran with that. I
Like
already
a
had the
superstar.
sunglasses. Yeah. But when I heard the word superstar, I thought, wow, like we haven't got that in the UK.
Yeah,
In
100.
America, we
Yeah.
had the Diddies and that, and they were wearing the big jackets and looked superstarish. Like when they walked into a room, people would be like, oh my days.
You noticed.
Yeah,
Yep,
and that's
yep.
what I wanted. So that's why I had on the fly jackets, the crazy. I remember one time at the Mobile Awards, I said to my stylist, I want the maddest jacket, and it was like a jacket full of like sequins. And like Chip's dressing room was next to mine. I walked in there. I said, "Bro, what do you think of the jacket? It's mad, innit?" He was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" I said, "What's this?" He said, "You're going mad with this superstar
MJ jacket.
Yeah, but I was like, "Bro, I'm running with it." And I went on stage. You can watch it on YouTube now. I run on stage with the sequins all over myself. But that was the image that I wanted, bro.
Okay.
I see that a lot on people when people do like the lives and whatever, that they really do try and stand out, that they wear something completely different that you'd expect. Do you know
Is
what I
it?
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I see it quite often. Yeah. Like what's his name? What's the rapper that? Oh, I can't remember his name either. I'm just forgetting shit today.
Yeah, on to
Ironik's in the
next
building. I'm just
Yeah, I think you're
I'm just like,
starstruck.
shit, I'm a bit
100.
starstruck. I ain't gonna lie.
But you know what? It's different now. Nowadays, like all the artists are on this drip thing, like little Dior t-shirts
Yeah, yeah.
and Dior jackets.
one. Klarna things.
Yeah,
Sorry, I had to say that. I had to put that one in there.
but I weren't even on that. I weren't on that. Just anything that looked bright. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bright and superstarish. That was it. That was me. So
Another question is: did the price of fame make you cheat? Like if you had, so you don't have to answer it.
yeah, I'll
'Cause
answer from when I was
When you was okay,
first came
yeah,
out
of course,
and got the
yeah,
fame.
that's what we're talking about.
It did it. Make me cheat. This is mad.
Pressure.
I
It's funny straw on that one.
I am your
For real.
conscience.
He's
Don't
moving
do
like
it.
me now. I don't know. What to say.
Don't do it,
I forgot what I
Aaron.
was gonna say now. Do you know what? I don't think it made me cheat, but it definitely made me realize how many women are out there for me.
Yeah,
If you know what I mean.
yeah.
Men are trash. Oh.
Nah, it's like obviously I'm falling for this girl, but then I step outside of that and I go out to the clubs and it's mad. And I'm young at that point, so yeah. I guess you can say the fame probably made me cheat, if I'm honest. At that point, yeah, when I was younger.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that outcome.
Well,
I'm
you
not
were in
gonna
a
lie to
relationship
you.
at that because you.
Yeah, well, it was in the papers anyway.
Oh,
one of the
Okay.
stories. But this was when I was younger and just young and wild, innit? So
Yeah.
obviously I'm changed now, married man.
Change man,
and all
that's
that.
it, bro.
That's
But
it.
yeah,
That's it.
like when you're young, you could probably feel the pressure of that fame getting to you, or feeling like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the guy right now. I can do what I want and get with that girl, and this girl's not gonna find out, and just move wild like that. Yeah, probably, yeah. But obviously, looking back, I was just gassed and moving mad.
Just living your life, bro. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and I had to go through that, if I'm honest, to now
Realize.
realize and
yeah.
appreciate the woman that I'm with now. And think,
Yeah,
what was
100.
I doing then? That's mad. Do you know what I mean? But I got it out of me at that point.
Yeah, 100, man.
I hear that. So another question I want to ask, yeah. Did you lose any? Or did you find out that you had any fake friends along the way? People who almost just jumped in it because you was popping at the time.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
No. I've still got the same team that I was with.
That's sick,
from
man.
Then, yeah, same friends.
I actually remember because you brought one person to the game events,
Yeah.
and I was watching the video
Same.
the other day, and he's in the video. He's like
Big-
the security guard or
big up
something like that.
Jerome.
Yeah, I realized that.
Big J, that's literally my brother, my best friend, my right hand man. He's been with me, my mum and my family. They've always been with me, and most of my friends around me, my friend Miles, they've always been with me throughout the whole journey. What I did realize though is that people do try and come in and out of your life at certain points.
Yeah.
Especially being in it for like 13 years, you see like different periods. Like when I'm not releasing music, my phone will go quiet. People ain't checking for me, and I see the same people as soon as I put out a new song. Yo, what you saying, bro?
what
How
you
you
saying?
been?
Yeah.
Yeah, people hitting man up and. You know what I'm saying? So you see that as you been in the game for so long, you just notice things like that, yeah.
A lot of upcoming artists are going to be watching this. And a lot of them do remember you. I put up a poll to say, who remembers DJ Ironik? Just hyping it up a bit, and it was like 95% yes. So people obviously do remember you and stuff like that. So I would. What advice would you give to upcoming upcoming like artists?
Yeah.
Coming through the game.
I would say just follow your passion and stay consistent. That's my two main things, man. Just follow your passion and keep doing what you love to do. And don't watch other people. and just keep consistent, because the more music you put out and the more content you're putting out, the more you're building a fan base. So that's two important parts. I've seen so many artists that are super talented but are not consistent on enough, or don't have the passion enough for what they're doing to get to that next level. So I think just that, man, just follow your passion and then keep consistent. 100.
Okay. I think I feel like there's so much more to it now, even more than music. Like you have to brand yourself a certain way, and it's a lot. I think would you say it's a lot more difficult to bang now than the channel you did?
No, someone else asked me this the other day. It is harder because you have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, everything that you have to manage and maintain. But at the same time, you got so many opportunities there. Like I can message Drake now and just say, yo, bro, check out my new song. Like, not saying that he's going to read the message, but it's so easy to hit up people or send the one extra DJ your new single, or hit up that person from, you know, a different station or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So much easier to network, I would say.
It is,
like,
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I think back in the day, especially for you and the guys that were around you at the time, like Chip, you know, your Gets, Kano, Skeptors, you know, all the originals, like you guys were the trendsetters. So when you look at times like this now, like you got a lot to live up to, especially the go-betweens between, you know, the Channel AKA days and the years that have gone on until now. So I think a lot of people have a lot to live up to, like especially pressure as well,
100%.
the pressure of social media.
When you say that, do you mean they have to live up to like our era as well as the
100, bro.
Okay.
Like social media has changed the game, man. You know what it's like with the image and how you look. So
and also maintaining a career. Like it's easy putting out one song, but can you maintain a career like Gets? You know, can you maintain a 10-year career like Chip? Or like, can you stay in the game like Ironik? Yeah. A lot of these artists have got one big tune, but can they stay in the game? And I think that's the most important
consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, stay in there for the long run, I think is important, man.
Guys, we're coming to the end of the time.
Jeez.
Damn it.
We could have
do you know, the thing is though, literally what he was just about to say, there's so much to talk about, like when it comes to nostalgic music, the era. Like there's
part two. I have to do a part two.
Yeah, no, 100.
He said it. I didn't have to say it.
Boom.
I said
Contract signed, still delivered. He said it. That's it. Boom. Done.
Ironic. One other thing. Would you follow me back on Instagram? Just out there now, innit? Because you say yes now, like it's on the podcast, it's on YouTube.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
okay, safe.
I got you.
You do?
What? No, I didn't say anything.
You didn't need to say anything, bro.
Do you want it or not?
I'll take it. I'll take it, innit? I didn't ask for it. Everyone's watching, innit? I didn't ask for it.
We see the way you've been moving on this podcast. You wanted it.
I gotta ask some like detailed questions.
Bruv, you come through with the details, brother.
Man said, you see how your eyes are when you ain't got your sunglasses on.
That was a wrap.
No, but it's his fault for pointing out music videos, isn't it? And like reaction videos. So obviously I'm gonna see his eyes.
It's Ironic's fault,
All right, man.
Whatever,
so man. Guys. Thank you for coming on.
Come on, man.
This has been a big... Do you know, I've enjoyed all my episodes, and I think this is on par with the mental health. I don't know if you've seen the mental health one, but this is on par with the mental health one.
Yeah,
this has just been a whole vibe, man. Sick. Not to say nothing bad about the other ones. The other ones were sick. They've all been good.
Yeah, 100.
But this is just... This one.
I appreciate
touches the sweet spot.
Trust me, I appreciate you like having me, man. It's good to be a part of it. Trust me.
Yeah. Still interacting with, you know, the people that are still like... Obviously, we're still coming up and... You know, we're still trying to keep relevant. So yeah, it's nice to have someone like you, you know, giving it the whole, you know, the big one or whatever. I'm ironic. Fuck you, I ain't coming on your shit. Like, yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Otherwise, we'd have to just swing him, innit? I'm joking.
I'll tell you what, just a quick question off topic before we sign out. Yeah. When do you think things are gonna return to normal for us, for the clubs and the PA bookings, all that kind of stuff? You got any indication on that?
In the UK?
Yeah,
or do you mean in general? Or?
Well, let's just go with the UK for now.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I can't see it happening until end of the year.
Wow. A few people have said that.
A few people have said that.
I say like September, October. I think, and even then, it's like it's a bit shaky. But what I will say is, I do feel like people are gonna run to go out though as soon as it is open. So.
Yeah, I reckon there's gonna be there's gonna be events.
Oh, it's
Monday
to
Sunday to Sunday.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a Friday night and just sleep on the streets until the next party. Like Saturday night, I'm back out. Probably seeing me in the same clothes. I just want to be out, meet everyone. I'll go catch up. Do
what we used to do when we was 18, man. 4 nights on the trot. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Bro. Straight.
Oh,
that's what they're going to be doing, though, especially the younger generation. They're going to be out.
Yeah.
Outside.
You think they'll introduce like Wednesday nights as like a night out now? Like now Thursdays became like, midweek night.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have deeped it, though. Sorry to go on because I know we're running over time. But have you guys deeped that when the lockdown began, to when it's actually gonna eventually go back, there's gonna be 16-year-olds that are now 18-year-olds that are gonna be in the club.
Madness.
Have you deep that?
Madness.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Madness.
That's nuts.
But imagine, I think it's even worse for people that are 18 that just turned 18. They can't
do
even
nothing.
live that experience. Like
no clubs.
Yeah. Oh, dead.
It's gonna be mad, but let's hope that it opens up soon.
We move.
We move.
Man.
So
Which
Ironic,
direction?
just want to big up you again for coming on.
Yeah, man.
Part 2 is gonna happen. You obviously said so. Yeah, man. That'll be sick. Logic, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome, man.
Walshy,
Come on.
as always.
You know the vibes.
That's it. So for everyone that was tuned in, that was the 4th episode of the Say It With Chess podcast with DJ Ironik, Logic, and Walshy. If you haven't subscribe, please do subscribe to keep up with the channel. And if you haven't watched the previous episodes, please do that too. The next episode, I'm not actually.
Let's not.
We never tell you what. You just gotta subscribe, and
You
you
just
will
gotta be there to be square, man. That's it.
That's it.
Jeez.
Signing out. What?